All right, now we'd like to share with you a unique program where science, a horse, and the human spirit come together. Horseback Miracles is making a positive impact on the lives of at-risk teenagers and students with special needs. Here to explain a little more is Terry Draper. He's the founder of Horseback Miracles. It's nice to see you, my friend.
Well, thank you for having us again.
Gosh, equine-assisted sensory-based therapy. It sounds kind of complicated, is it?
It's kind of a mouthful to say.
It is.
It really is. Let me give you a couple of words that might help. Horses and sensory. And sensory is just a form of sensory integration, which is how your brain processes an input into a usable functional output. And horse, of course, that's just, well, actually it's the movement of a horse, and it takes a specific horse to make this movement. But it just acts as a catalyst to jumpstart the flow of information between all your brain functioning centers.
You know, Terry, you've said in the past that the therapy industry is not making enough progress when it comes to this.
Yeah,
is that true?
Yeah, it gets me in trouble all the time. But you know, I don't know why. Well, I do know why. that they're not doing. The industry is stuck in the mid-20th century education. For some reason, therapists and psychologists have chosen to ignore the science of the study of the brain, and as a result, you have neuroscience doing all these studies, cool things that they're coming up with, but when it comes to the application, everybody just stops. Mm-hmm. And just let me say, and I'll get off my little soapbox here.
No, that's okay. I appreciate it.
What happens if my team and I can come up with all the pieces of the puzzle and make this work? Therapists and psychologists, they can do the same thing.
Sure, they need to take the step,
the
next step.
I cheat. I always have a horse, but that's cheating.
But there's a new understanding with the brain, and that benefits with what you do.
Yeah, I mean, it really helps in the evaluation process when you have science to support your methodology. Because evaluations is very subjective, but when you add science to that, then that gives us a lot of support.
Science is fascinating talking about it, but when you witness the miracle that happens, that's just so empowering. And we actually have a chance to witness that miracle with one of your students, Hannah. Let's watch.
Sad. You know, when I first came to Excelsior, I was really angry and confused and, you know, typical feelings that a kid that isn't doing well are feeling.
And I started looking at, okay, what's going to make a difference in their lives? And then we started looking at, well, the biggest problems that they have is to control their impulse actions and to be able to start thinking rationally. And then I understood how the horse could play a role in doing that, and then that's when everything kind of took a halt and just started flying.
1, 2, 3, up. The coordination of traditional therapy and specific riding activities develops what scientists call the brain-body connection, an optimal state where someone is able to use their whole brain and to see life in a new way.
And now I'm able to get along with my mom, and I know that what she did, getting me in this program, was the best thing that anybody could have done for me.
That's wonderful. That has to be amazing to see that in action. How can we be involved with Horseback Miracles? How can we help out?
Well, there's a couple of ways for me. One, you know, my vision is to serve hundreds and hundreds of thousands of kids. And unfortunately, that's going to take some government involvement. Mm-hmm. And when I start navigating that process, I'm not very good at that. And I mean, just to give you an example, I tried to get in touch with the Colorado Department of Health, and I couldn't even get them to return my emails. Oh, no. So if there's somebody, and emails is their preferred method of communicating, so if someone can help me through that, I'd like that. And of course, then the other way is through our financial support, and what better way of doing that is through our Horses for Hope Hoedown that's coming up this Saturday.
It's this Saturday? It's a nice dance, and they can buy tickets?
Yes,
How
online.
much?
There's $40 a ticket, and that includes all their food. We have our signature pig roast. Fun. And the drinks, the beer, the wine.
All right. Well, we got to join the Hoedown. Thank you, Terry, for all the good work you're doing, helping our children. So if you're just chomping at the bit for some good barbecue, horseback riding for the kiddos, and a demonstration by the Blazing Saddles drill team, call this number, 303-681-3115. That's 303-681-3115. You can also go to their website, horsebackmiracles.org. The Horses for Hope Hoedown is a Western-style, family-friendly fundraiser with all the fixins. The event takes place at the Perry Park Ranch in Larkspur, which is beautiful. It's happening June 13th from 4:30 to 10 p.m. You can learn so much more and rope some tickets at horsebackmiracles.org.